let's talk all things lace. By that, I mean lace closures, lace frontals, full lace wigs. Now, right now, I am wearing what you would call a full lace wig, meaning this entire cap is lace. Now, the benefit of a full lace wig is that I could braid it, I can put it in a high ponytail. Possibilities really are endless with this full lace. Now, with a lace front, you're limited because the whole cap is not lace. It's almost kind of like, you know, getting a frontal with a sew-in. It's pretty much the same thing. So basically, I'm going to give you guys some tips or just, you know, some of the products I use and just let you know the pros and cons of each. So for example, I know a lot of ladies ask me about, you know, what's the best method? You know, what's the maintenance? Is it too high maintenance? What do I need to know? How do I keep it up? And this is basically going to tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so me personally, my unit is glued. I personally like to glue my units because I feel like, one, they last longer, and two, they're more versatile. Now, I'm just like y'all. I see people on Instagram and, you know, they're like, oh, it's glueless, 100% sewn down. I have not mastered that art just yet, so I like to glue mine down. Now, if you don't, again, you don't have to. So an alternative for using glue is, I'm sure you've heard of it, the Got to Be Glued. I do have the Ultra, the like Ultra Hold too. It comes in like a little black tube, but personally, I think this one is better. I see a lot of girls on YouTube use that one. I just think this one holds better. The consistency of this one is a lot thicker. It is white, unlike the other one. The other one is clear, so maybe some people prefer that, but I mean, it dries clear. So with this, what you can do is you put this around your scalp, kind of like you would with an edge control or gel. Again, this is not glue. This is gel. It's called Got to Be Glued, but it is not glue. It is gel. You want to apply this to your hairline. I personally like to spray the spray first to kind of tame my edges and hold them down. Now, the trick to this, I guess you could say what a lot of people don't know. I see ladies try to blow dry it. Do not blow dry this on high. For whatever reason, it makes it take longer to dry versus blow drying it on cool. When you blow dry it on cool, it dries, it stays. You want to wait until it's tacky to lay your lace on it. I find that once you put your lace on it, once it's tacky, you know, put a little scarf on for about 20 minutes or so, and usually it stays in place. Now, what I don't like about the Got to Be Glued method is I wear makeup. I scrub my face clean every night, and it is not water resistant. So if you are one like me who you wear makeup or you clean your face every day, which I feel like all of us should, but some people figure out a way around it, it will come up, and then it leads to you having to reapply the glue every day. And I don't know about y'all, but I wake up, have to get my kids to school, have to be to work. I don't got time to be reapplying my wig every morning. Now, another glue is this Relentless Bond. Now, this is waterproof. My personal experience with it, I didn't care for it. I don't know if I just wasn't using it right, but this is an alternative. I know people who say they absolutely love this glue. If you can figure it out, please message me, inbox me, let me know. My personal opinion, it wasn't worth the money for me. But again, I could have just misused it, but that is my personal opinion. Now, this unit that I am wearing, I actually applied with, believe it or not, Ultra Hold. Now, the important thing to know about when you're using these lace glues, you have to let the glue dry first. If you apply your lace to your unit and the glue is not dry, it's all bad. It's all bad from there. It's not going to stick. It's going to turn white. It's just absolutely not a good look. So again, if you're kind of on the fence about which method to use, I personally suggest just figure out what works best for you. If you don't like the glue, if it's too messy or it's too sticky, I would go with the Got to Be Glued gel and spray. You can get this from any CVS or Walgreens. I believe Sally's has it now too. I think Sally's has it also, but I believe I got mine from CVS. So if that's better for you, then if that's an alternative, fine. If not, I would suggest the glue if you feel like, you know, you don't want to have to maybe reapply more than you need to, or if you just feel like you want something that's just a better hold. I personally just think that the glue is a better hold. Now, the pros of wearing a unit, me for example, I'm natural. I just did the big chop a few months ago, and one, I don't put heat on my natural hair. Even when I wash it, I let it air dry. So I don't, you know, like the idea of trying to, you know, blend my leave out and do all that, because I live in Florida. It's hot, it's humid, so it's gonna frizz up. That's just what's gonna happen. So it's a good alternative for that. If you're natural, or if you just, you know, you don't want to have to blend, you know, your hair every day, then I would definitely say go with a frontal or a full lace wig. And now the only difference, honestly, between having a frontal sew-in and a full lace wig is whether or not you want one piece or if you want several pieces. At least that's what I think, because it's the same thing. Ultimately, once your lace is not up to par, you're gonna have to remove it. Whether it be a full unit, like I can just remove this whole wig, or if you have a frontal, you will have to remove the frontal. Not the whole sew-in, but you will have to remove at least the frontal to go ahead, you know, maintenance and get that glue off. Now, it depends as far as the longevity, how long your unit will last you. Now, for me, in my skin type, my glue will usually last me about 7 to 10 days. That is my skin, my glue. So I don't sweat a lot. I don't work out, unfortunately, so I don't have that issue. However, if you are someone that sweats a lot, a frontal is probably not, the glue method is probably not for you, because a lot of the glue, I know sometimes it says water resistant and all that. I don't know how much sweat resistant this stuff claims to be, but it's not. If you sweat a lot, it's gonna lift, it's gonna slide. Now, again, if you're somebody you don't mind, you can just reapply. You can do that, but you will have to clean that excess glue off of your lace. So yeah, you just want to think about you and your skin. Like, I have people who say they come, they get their wig, and I say, hey, this, you know, it was on for 2 weeks. That's not me. Like, that's not my skin type. Mine don't last that long. I may could go 11, 12 days, but a full 2 weeks, I have not been able to do that without needing to, you know, reinstall it. The makeup is going to kind of start to build up around the lace, so you definitely want to keep that, you know, up to par, and that way you don't have that mark, line of demarcation. But yeah, in the future, more of my videos will be geared towards wigs, frontals, closures, hair, how to keep your hair up. You know, I will actually do a tutorial as far as like how I put my wig on, actually on camera, but I just kind of wanted to put everybody up to speed to let them know, you know, how that happens, and well, you know, how I do it and what works for me. My wig is a 24-inch full lace wig. It is pretty long, but it is 24 inches. It's from bearminks.com, which is my hairline, and you know, you can see for yourself. But again, I'm rubbing it. I'm not getting any type of shedding, anything. Of course, I love it. If you want to try it again, you can go to bearminks.com, but that is the unit that I'm wearing. So again, if you have any questions, comment, and I will try to answer you as best I can. But again, there's more to come. Makeup, hair, frontals, closures, all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe, like my channel. Bye, you guys.